Alright, in this video we are going to see how to convert this design using HTML and CSS. Not only we are just going to convert, we are going to make this as responsive. For mobile screen the design will be different, for tablet the design will be different, and for desktop the design will be different. To look the final output, stick to this video. In case you are wondering how to create this wireframe, you can learn this in this particular link. We have created a full web page. A part of the web page is what we are converting right now. Now if you see, this section is over here. I don't know if you are able to see it or not, but this is the section we are going to complete right now. So I have created this with the help of Figma, so you can learn how to create this complete web page using Figma. And also, not only the wireframe conversion, we have converted the same wireframe into the working HTML using the WordPress plugin called WP Bakery, or it is also known as Visual Composer Bakery. So the complete the wireframe is converted into the working website. So to learn this, I'll leave the link of these two in the description, and whatever we are going to type right now on the Visual Code Editor, you will get the source code along with the images so that you can follow along. So let's get started. So just to give you the overview, we are going to have a container. The container will have the margin, and then we have a row, and inside the row we have two columns. The first one is the text content and the second one is the image. The same way, it is just the opposite of this. So first we will create this and then we'll just rearrange it. Fine. Now before typing anything, let me show you what are available on the head tag. This is just a Google font called Roboto. So this is the font weight is normal, font weight 700, font weight 900, and font weight 400. And then I have an external style sheet. So this is the external style sheet we will be working on. So just first let me show you how to use this. So we are going to have container, then row, then column, and this column I'll have the ID, text, content, and then we will have another column, and that will be image content. And let's have the image, and on the img folder we have the image. So this is A6 img/A6, and then the text content, let's type, let me make this H3, comfortable family, and then I have paragraph, lorem 25 words, and then we have button. Fine. Now we'll design this. On the CSS, I have added for all element that the font family be Roboto, and I want to remove the browser given margin and padding. Fine. Now we have container. Inside container we have row, then we have column. So the first column is the text content. So let me copy the spelling. This is the ID, and the second is the image content. The second one has just the image, but the first one has H3, paragraph, and finally the button. So I would recommend you to follow this hierarchy or to avoid CSS overriding issue. At present we just have one section, but for a complete PhD there will be more than 6 to 7 sections. So there would be a chance of having multiple class name. So to follow this kind of hierarchy will avoid the CSS override issue. Fine. Now let me see how does our HTML looks like. Now this is the HTML. So this is how it looks. So let's first design the container. Let me add margin top and bottom 20 pixel, left and right 50 pixel. So we got margin, and then we'll directly get into the row. We want the row to be one side by side. So for that, display flex, so this would be side by side. And for the first, which is text content, I want the width to be 40%, and for the image content I want the width to be 60%, or you can make this 30/70. Is not okay. 60/40 was right. Fine. Now let's design this content. So let me inspect this. Let's add the font size of 35 pixel, color of gray, which I have mentioned it. And then we have, I think we need a slightly bigger font. Now the same way, let's copy this and paste it for the H3, and for the paragraph also the font color is going to same, and we want margin top and bottom 20 pixel, left and right 0. Just copy this and paste this for margin. Now finally for button, the orange color, let's get into the button. We have background padding 20 pixel on all sides, that doesn't work. Top and bottom be 10 pixel, and let the color be white, and let the border be 0, and let the outline be 0, and let the border radius 20 pixel. I need to add the font size 20 pixel. Cool. Copy all and paste it for the button. And I want the image width and height to be 100% so that it fills the container. The container is the width 60%. And now what we need is, I want this to be vertically center. So for that, get into the text content and give display flex. Now I don't want this to be on the side by side, I want it to be one below the other. So flex selection column, and you can have flex start. So align item flex start. Just copy this and paste this for the text content. Where we have text content is over here. Refresh this. Now if I think I have to make this display block width of 40%. Copy this and paste this for button. Now so we need to have justify content center to vertically align this. I think vertical align, justify content space between, Now we need to increase the font size for this. Let's copy this and paste this for the paragraph. I think we still need to fill the content. Let me make this 50, 55, and for the paragraph 30. Seems too big. 28. I want padding left 20 pixel, actually padding right cool. Let's increase the font size for the button. And let's increase the width to 60 and font border radius to 25, 35. I want to reduce the font size. And padding right 30. So almost there. If we add a margin top for the heading, and cool. Let me decrease it to 25. Fine, almost done. Let me decrease the font size for button 25 and the width be 55. Okay, now what we need is we just have to rearrange it. Copy the whole section, paste it again, and paste this text content after the image content. And let's have the row margin top, let's say margin bottom 20 pixel, 30, 50, 50 is okay. And we need some space for the second one. So text content, let me give another class called padding left. So call the padding left class and give margin left of 20 pixel, 30 pixel, 50 pixel. So that looks great. Now we just have to change the color, change the image A6 to A7. So we have completed this. So just professional work, the text is remaining. So for the desktop the work is done. Now let's work on the mobile screen. So for the mobile screen, as we do, let's get into the breakpoint. So we are going to specifically target the screen size and design it. So the screen size we are going to design is for the tablet and for the desktop. So you might be confused, we have just designed the desktop, then why we are specifically targeting the desktop breakpoint. The point is we are going to work on the topic called mobile first. So this is introduced by the Bootstrap. Always we should design for the mobile first, and then we should design for the tablet and then the desktop. So let's get into the mobile view. We don't need this tab. Click on this. This is mobile view for now. You can see this is very ugly. Now what we can do is we have to make this. Let's get the container and make the container margin 20 pixel on all sides, and copy this and paste this for the mobile, and this is for the desktop. And then we have column. We want to make the column width as 100% for mobile. So let's get the column width to 100%, but for mobile, sorry, for desktop it should be 50%. So if you are wondering that the code for desktop is very less as compared to the code for desktop for the mobile, it is because for whatever we write here, it is just going to overwrite. This is just the addition of the top. So that means the top container, sorry, let's say this style will be applied for the desktop as well, but it will override the width. So that's it. Now if I refresh, now let's get into the container, which is row, and let's add the flex direction column. That's working. Now let's get this and let's add flex direction column for mobile, but for desktop it should be flex direction row, which is default one. And now we have to decrease the size of all the font which we have given. Font size 12. Let me make this 12, but for desktop it is going to be same. And then for the heading 12, let me make this 25. Copy the whole section. We want 25, but for desktop it should be 50. And then our button, let's remove the display block. Let me decrease the width, and let me decrease the font size. Let me decrease the padding as well, top, bottom, left, right. Cool. Just copy the whole content. Before copying, let me make a duplicate of this. So this section I need for the mobile, and this need to be for the desktop. Sorry, this is for the mobile. And whatever things we have overridden, we have just overridden the padding, the font size, and the width. And I think we need to add a margin bottom. Let me copy this. We need a margin bottom of 20 pixel or 30 pixel, but for desktop we don't need a margin bottom, so let me make this 0. And now for the image content, it should be 100%. Cool. Copy this section, and this need to be 100, but for desktop it need to be 60. Refresh this, and if you remember, we have added the class called padding left. For mobile it need to be 0, but for desktop it need to be 50. Cool. But for mobile, there I need a condition. If you see content, image, and here it's image and then content, I want it to be the opposite way. So for that, what we can do is, let me target this and give a class called my first, and this is going to be, let this be my first, and let this to be my second underscore mobile underscore mobile. So let's target these two classes for the mobile. This is second one, and this is going to be the first one. And never forget the, what do we call, the hierarchy. So as I said, is with the column, so this also, this is with the column. So I have not added a space, that means these are the same classes. If I add a space, it will be considered as a child. Now just add order 2, and this be order 1, but remember this is for the mobile. Refresh it, and cool. Now let me remove the margin bottom. For the row, copy this, let me remove this, but for desktop we need it to be 30. Cool. We have, what just happened? Let me make this 30 because this is for mobile, sorry, not for, this is for desktop. And now, okay, there is a trick part over here. We need to remove the row. But what we did, we made something different. So get the row, so here it is, we have to make this 0, and for desktop let me make this 50. Remove this, refresh it. Cool. This is what we need for mobile. But for tablet, you see, the tablet width is from 722, 768 to 990. So if this is between 800, you can see this is not the case. The tablet will look like this. We don't want this. What we do is, we will do the same thing what we added for the desktop to the tablet. Refresh this, and we just need to decrease the font size, that's it. H333, (16). So for tablet, H3 is 33, and for paragraph it is 16. Refresh this, and make the font size 20. Refresh this, and cool, this is for tablet. But if I get into the desktop, the order, we need to change the order. So we have given the order for tablet, and now there is a trick. If you just give the order to the, what do you call, order to the tablet, it will be applied to desktop as well. If I refresh, cool. And now I think we have missed the padding. Let me inspect this. Select the second one. I think I have given padding left. Padding left doesn't seem to be work. Let's check. Padding, yeah, it's 50. Actually it should be 50, but it is not 50. Why? Okay, as I said, this is the overriding issue. Let me add with the hierarchy. Refresh it, now it would work. Here I have added 50, here also I have added little confusing. Let's check. 0% for mobile, 50 for tablet, and 50 for desktop. And now if I refresh and check the padding left, for mobile it is okay, but if I had 1000, it is not working. What happened to padding left? PAD hyphen. I think we have to give important. Let's search for pad left. Give the keyword important. For desktop, let's try to remove this. If you see, we have made a silly mistake. You see, there is a problem. There was a mistake with the spelling, and now it's working. This is for tablet, and if I make this 1200, and this is for desktop. Mobile screen, one below the other. So iPad, this is for tablet, and then desktop. Everything seems to be working. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening.